Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am here with the requested tutorial. A couple of people asked me to do the tutorial for my 3D armoire that I shared in a video. This is how that looks. So I'm going to show you guys what you would need. You don't absolutely need these dies for this particular tutorial. So let's get this together. So I use this KS Craft ice cream parlor die. I used this is the main die, and I use this die, and then I use the piece for the awning. But when in this video, I'm just going to show you the basic construction. Then the next video, I will show you guys how I actually matted it, decorated it, and all of that. So you will need these two dies right here. And the size of it is 5 3/4 by this particular die. It's 5 3/4 by 8. I think 8 1/4, but I only did it from here to here. This is 6 3/4. Then I added a 2-inch, drawer at the bottom. I'm gonna show y'all my prototype before I even did that one. This was my prototype, and I was gonna do it with 2 separate pieces. This is like the awning piece. This how where it is magnetized and all of that. So this I had a 3-inch drawer, but I thought it was too like bulky, and this one slide in and out. So I just made it one piece, and it just make it so much easier for me to do tutorial instead of doing 2 pieces and all of that. So I'm gonna run down the pieces that you would need, and I'll put everything down in the description bar. So like I said, you're gonna definitely need this part is your door part. Your doors that open, which is this is magnetic. If y'all didn't see that video, this is that part, right? So you're gonna need a piece of paper, this for that. This is the awning part. Then you're gonna need, for the drawer down here, you're gonna need this part, and this is 4 by 7 3/4. And I'm gonna tell you where you need a score. Then this is the top and the bottom. These are the sides. This is for the back and the inside, the wall of it. This is for your shelf in there. This is for your hinges, right? And this part right here is for the piece where the Velcro goes on, and these are your support pieces. I'm going to tell you guys everything, the measurements, while I'm doing it. So you're going to need a chipboard that is 4 by 6 3/4, and you're going to need to wrap it up like this. So this is how that will look. Then you're going to need 2 support pieces, which is 2 5/8 by 6 3/4. Those are the support, your 2 supports under your rod, your little hanger rod. Then you're gonna need 1 by 6 3/4. These are your hinges for your door. This is the this is 1 1.5 by 8 1/4, and you're gonna have to score that 1/2 inch. And I'll get to that in a minute. This is for your shelf in the inside, and this is 6 3/4 by 4. And then this is 5 3/4 by 8 3/4. You need 2 of those. You're gonna need 2 of these 4 by 8 3/4. You're gonna need 2 of these 5. Okay. What is this? Let's see. I'm sorry. I just drew a blank. This. 6 3/4. Yeah, so 6 3/4 by 4, and you're gonna need 2 of those. This is the top, and you're gonna score on the 6 3/4. 6 3/4 by 4. You're gonna score 1/2 inch on all sides. That's all 4. You're gonna score 1/2 inch on there. And then this is for, let's just take it step by step, okay? Because I'm starting to confuse myself. So to construct this, you're gonna need one. This is 5 3/4 by 8 3/4, and you're gonna need your two 4 by 6 3/4. That's the top and the bottom, so that's gonna go here, and your 2 sides. That's what we're gonna focus on. And then this, the one that is 4 by 8 3/4, you're gonna score 1/2 inch on the 4. So on the 4 inside, you're gonna score 1/2 inch and 3.5 inches on both. So let's get these together. So you're gonna burnish all your score lines. I usually don't use my bone folder for this because I don't want it to like to which close. So that's that. I'm gonna do this part. So then you're gonna do it the same on the sides. You're gonna need wet glue or double-sided glue, whichever your fancy is. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna miter these corners a little bit just to get the bulk out of it, because this is kind of heavy. I'm using Cartabella ebony linen cardstock, and it's 80 pounds. So, but it's gonna really get sturdy because you're putting supports in it. You're gonna mat it in inside and out. So that's what it is. So then this, I'm just gonna cut the corners out, go across the intersection, right there, there. You do that on all 4. So we're gonna clean this up just a little bit. So what I'm gonna put this back piece to the side. So we're gonna take, this is the top or the bottom, whatever one, and we're just gonna put glue on this flap, and then we're gonna adhere it here. I'm just gonna use some wet glue. That was a little embarrassing. So we're just gonna take this, line your scores up, press it down, make sure that it's correct. You just go like this. So that's one of your sides in your top, and then you're gonna do the same thing on this side. This is not a hard project. The hard thing was just me trying to figure it out and how to like not make so many pieces and make it look cohesive, like one thing. Like I said, you don't actually need the die. You could just cut out a square. And I also thought about using a circle die and put it on the top, and then like putting them two together. So like saying if this was the top, you could put a circle die on here, cut it in half, and then circle, and then trace on a paper, on your pattern paper, to make it one cohesive thing. And then this is the bottom. So we're gonna do it like that. We're gonna, what's that? Right here. And then I'm gonna take this, and that's how you know if it's straight, because it's all gonna line up. And you just take this, you run your wet glue here, So that's all you gotta do. Just make sure it's straight. That's straight. And you can take your bone folder if you feel more better and just redo that. So at this point, we're already cooking with gas. See? This is basically your armoire already. And we didn't even really do anything. So this is your armoire, right? It's a little flimsy, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this piece. I didn't do this in my last one, but I feel like it's going to definitely help when it comes down to it being straight and not wobbly. So you see how that is? Hopefully y'all can see that I'm in frame. So what we're going to do is we're definitely going to run some glue here. Run glue right here. Right here. Trust me, it's going to stick because I'm going to actually put some on the other side too. And the only thing you got to do is just stick it in here. And just make sure it's squared up. Right? Just make sure it's squared. And there's nothing. Just stick it that way. Oh. You want to act crazy on camera. So we're going to switch to double-sided tape. I don't have time for it. So you see some of it stuck, some of it didn't. So you're not just going to give it a little more patience. So you just have to glue these tabs. Glue these tabs down. Just make sure that all of this is in the inside is down. So what we're going to do to reinforce that, I'm going to take the other one and use my double-sided tape. We don't have time for that glue. I don't know what happened. So let's just use this. Right, do this. I wish it was this easy for me the first time when I first put it together, because it was some trial and error, but it did come out really good. So I just knew what I was gonna do and wasn't gonna do to make it better this time around. So we're just gonna pull all this backing off. Hopefully y'all get what I'm doing. And the only thing you're gonna do is just lay it on these squares and stuff. Like square it up, make sure it's straight. And you just make sure that's straight. And if it's straight, it should lay the way it's supposed to. Now that gave it like so much more stability. So with these, we're gonna use these as reinforcers. So hopefully that glue is embarrassing me. Just want to make sure, because so we're gonna use this. We're gonna put glue on this tab right here. We're gonna take this and we're just gonna run it like this. Sorry for shaking y'all, but it's gonna, this is like really heavy duty paper, so you just gotta take your bone folder and work it. See, and then you do this over here. Take it like this, and then you just run this over here like this. I'm gonna come back once I finish doing these tabs. So at this point, you should have this. These are glue. These are kind of like a little bit reinforced. So at this point, you're gonna need your little door, right? You're gonna need this part, and you're gonna need your 1 by 6 3/4. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need your cutter. I just want to make sure because it's like kind of bowing out. So just want to make sure that it's still. So you're gonna put that in the you're gonna need your cutter. So this is how I usually make sure that it's definitely in the middle. I just take this corner to corner and I crease it. And I make sure this is corner to corner. And I just like crease it because you're going to cut this anyway. So you got to make sure it's that. And then you're going to put in your cutter. So at this point, it is like, it's definitely not 3. It's 2 7/8. That's where you're supposed to cut it, 2 7/8. Then you just cut it down there. That's how you get your 2 doors. And at this point, you should have something that looks like this. This didn't really cut too well, but I'm not worried about this because this is going to be sandwiched in between 2 layering pieces. So you're going to take your, what's this? Your 1 by 6 3/4. Put it like that. Burnish it like that. So what I usually do, this is gonna go up in here, right? But you gotta figure out how you want it open. So I think this time, so the doors can swing out better, I'm just gonna do it like this. I think, or whatever. So we're gonna make sure that you put your little glue on this side right here, right? And then you just turn it around and you're gonna stick it right on here. So as my measurements, you should be able to line it up both. See how it fits so perfectly? Just so make sure that just make sure that it is lined up like this is straight and this bottom part is straight right here. So you just make sure you got that. Leave that to the side and you do it the same on this side. You do it the same way and you just make sure that it's straight up here and then everything else will line fall into place. See, you just do that. You just run your bow folder, run it this way, and then you have this right here. So we're gonna put the doors aside now. So what we're gonna do is, this is for the shelf that we're gonna put in here. So we're gonna have to do some cutting, and we're gonna adhere the doors, and then we're gonna add the shelf, and then everything should be coming together pretty quickly. All right, so what we gotta do. So this, we're gonna cut these 2 on this side. Then we're gonna miter this. Then we're gonna miter this right here. And then we're gonna cut this out. Right? Boom. We're gonna miter the same thing on this side. We're gonna miter it. Boom. Well, you didn't really have to miter it, but we're gonna do that on this side the same. Then we're gonna cut this out. Then we're gonna miter this side. Boom. 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 And boom. So don't worry about the measurements. I will definitely put those in the description down below. So you're gonna score on all the score lines, right? You're gonna score, and this is score. So one of these 1/2 inch pieces right here, you're gonna actually take some glue or double-sided tape, whatever you feel like you want to use, and stick this down, because this is like a reinforcement, like a lid, kind of. You want like clean edges and stuff like that. So that was my whole thing with that. So boom. And then this little piece that we mitered, we're gonna use that as a reinforcement too, because I didn't do this in the original one, but I figured if you was gonna make this and put something not heavy but fairly heavy on it, you don't want it to like come off the walls, right? So we're gonna do that. Give it some little bit extra support. That it ain't gonna hurt anything if you put it in there and you don't need it, and you're not gonna put nothing like heavy in it. But I don't know. But I just felt like it needed something. So this will go in the armoire like this. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this and we're going to glue this here. Right? Then we're going to do it the other side. So what I'm going to do is just put some glue here. Make sure I got enough. And then I'm going to take it like this. And we're just going to make sure that it's all the way at the top. Dang. Just like make sure that it's all the way here. Even if you got like one side and then you just pinch and just make sure that it's all the way up and it's here, and you got to adhere it. Just got to make sure that it's on this little piece, and take your bone folder and really work it in, because you want to make sure that is in, and that is half of your door. See, easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's not hard. I try not to complicate things. Like, yes, when I'm planning, planning the design, but I try to say, I knew somebody's gonna ask me for a tutorial, so I had to simplify it. And I wish that my mind was able to simplify it first, then to, then to do the hard way and stuff like that. But when you're always your mind is always like on the go and trying to figure some stuff out. There we go. So that's that right there, right? So this is that part. See how everything is coming together? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna open this, and I wanna like fold this back, because the last one I did use on that one was chipboard, but I didn't see, it wasn't no use. It didn't meet, you didn't need it. So then you're gonna take this part and you're gonna actually line it up here with these brackets. Why is this not adding up? Lord have mercy. I'll be right back. I cut the wrong piece. I did it wrong, because I should have just I don't know, but I'll be right back. I'm gonna fix it. Okay, I'm back. I got the right measurements for the shelf. I don't know, maybe it was just something on my end. It's 7 3/4 by 4. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1/2 inch, 1 inch, right? I just like to switch it around. This is on a 7 3/4 side. We're gonna do a 1/2 inch, 1 inch. Then we're gonna switch it on the 4-inch side, and we're gonna do a 1/2 inch, and then we're gonna flip it around and do another 1/2 inch. So if that serves me correct, then this will definitely come out way better than it did. I think it was just like 1 inch off. So this is how that goes. Then we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do it like this. So we're gonna do boom. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it. Take this off. We're gonna do it like boom. Then we're gonna take this off. Like that. We're gonna do the same on this side. Take this off. Like that. And we're gonna miter this back one. Right. Miter here. Sometimes we just have a little bloopers, and we got to figure it out together. For the sake of this part, I'm just gonna put some double-sided tape. We ain't got time. So this one will go in the back, in here. And then we'll have this one here. Boom. And then we have this one here. Then we'll have this one here. Boom. So we're gonna pull this off. You want to do it like this. Take this one off. As I said, everybody's human. You know, maybe I would just, there's a lot of pieces to cut. I ain't making no excuses. It is what it is. So I'm just gonna like miter this a little bit, because that's what we need to miter. Right? This. So you're gonna bring this back in, and you see where you have these two slits. That's where you know you have to line up your box. And we're gonna miter this front part too, because it's sticking out just a little bit. Sticking out just a little bit. So we're gonna, and then you just have to line it up and just make sure it's butted up right against there. So what we're gonna do is take this one off. That's the back, and then the side, one side. So you gotta make sure it's like that. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm telling you what you're gonna do, but for me, it's better for me if I just make sure that it's butted up right there. And then we're not gonna push hard on the back until we get this other side leveled with this side. And then you just make sure that it's right here. It's not gonna go nowhere. And you just gotta make sure that it is in here and it is straight. See? This back part is just a little higher. So you gotta make sure. Boom. Boom. You gotta make sure that you like it in its position, the way it's supposed to go. You just make sure. But sometimes it's hard to see because this is black too. So just make sure you adhere it on both sides, right? And then boom. This one is a little, it seems like it's a little higher. But I gotta make sure. Yes, this is. So what I'm gonna do is reinforce it with my bone folder. So that's how that goes, right? So what we're gonna do is take this little flap here. And this is for the drawer. This is the one that is 7 3/4 by 4. No, 3.5. So we're going to miter here. We're gonna miter just a little bit, just like take the score line off of there. We're gonna miter here just a little bit, and then miter here just a little bit. So and then miter here. You just want to take the little bit, just to score line out so it can fit properly. We're gonna take it out on this right here, and then all you have to do now is burnish these. That's 1, 2, 3. And this is the 4th one. And what we're gonna do is put this here. All right. Boom. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure is just adhere this here. So that's all you gotta do is just make sure it's lined up. And the score line is straight. One thing I do is tuck this in, right? Just make sure something's not adding up, like it's a little. See something. This is not going in, so you got just miter just a little bit more. So this can go in just a little bit right there, and that's it. And then that comes out like that. These tabs should go in no problem. Boom, like that. I like this flap on the top right here, and that goes like that, and then this will go here, and then that is the armoire part, and that's what I'm saying. We're basically done. So I'm going to show y'all what I did to make everything good. So this is the 1.5 part. So like I said, I just 1.5 by 8 1/4. So you're just gonna add half and 1. And the only thing you gotta do is just score it like that, like fold it just like this in half. And I'm gonna use wet glue for this. And then the only thing I do is just do it like that. Just make sure that you just take your time and just work this glue in, because you need it for it to adhere really well. And that's all you just need to do. So this part I'm actually making is the hinge fit to this part so it can close. I can put Velcro dots. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put glue here, and I'm gonna run it from the bottom. So like this, from the bottom up, and you're gonna have like just a little bit Just make sure I'm doing this correctly. Because before I just had a little hangage, but I'm gonna show you how to get rid of that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put glue on this side. Make sure you put enough on here. Right. Then we're gonna actually make sure that I'm doing this correctly. And just make sure this is all the way to the score line. And it's even to the score line. And baby, I'm telling you, you just adhere it like this. And one thing you gotta do is to take care of that. You just cut straight like that, and then you just curve it. Boom. And then that's basically your armoire. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that this lines up very well. So I'm gonna show you guys how to put the Velcro. I forgot about the Velcro part. So hold on. So what I did, I actually can't put the Velcro right this second because I have to mat this. So I will show y'all that in the next video, how to put the Velcro. And I got the awning piece too, right? And this piece is pretty easy. So what you're gonna use, you're gonna get your magnets, right? So I got big magnets, right? So you can't put the Velcro just yet. So you're gonna get your magnets. These are some strong little magnets. So you're gonna need four magnets. So you're gonna need 2 for that side and 2 for this side. So what you're gonna do with these, you're gonna split these up, right? And then you're gonna, this is how I do my magnets. Everybody do their magnets differently. I'm just saying how I do mine. And I'm gonna make sure I set it right here, right? And then what you're gonna do is you're going to put this magnet here like that, right? And then you're gonna make sure, let me get a little piece of tape real quick. And we're gonna do it like this. So I'm gonna separate this. I'm gonna put this here and stick this down. But you gotta make sure that your magnets are actually straight and they can stick. So you're gonna stick that, and you're gonna put this magnet on the back of here. Right, so this magnet is a little too high for me. So I gotta make sure, because you wanna make sure your magnets is kind of even, and you wanna put those up back where you need it. So in order for me to show you how to put on the magnets and the Velcro, is because I have the magnets on the outside here. It didn't matter because like you use a lot of layering. So then you come in here and you see how I have the Velcro on this side and then right here. So I can't do that until I do the paper, adhere the paper. But this part, we're gonna open this part, right? You see how it has a bar right here? This, I gotta tape this because it's not adhering down properly. And I'd be hate for my swap partner to get this and it's not gonna come down. So okay, so for the bar part, I'm gonna show you what you need. So what I do, you can use a straw, you could use a stick, like a lollipop stick. You can use whatever you want for the bar. You can use whatever you want to hold it. But I got these clear reinforced, like these holes. These got like, and they got like what is this? Adhesive on the back. So only thing I did was I got these cake pops. These are cake pop sticks. I got these from Amazon a long time ago. These acrylic lollipop sticks, and there's 100 count when I used to do party favors. So this will fit in there perfectly. So what you're gonna need is, I use two. I just punched out 2 small hearts. So what you're gonna do is, I'm gonna show you. You're gonna put some glue right. Ooh, you needed a lot, but that's the glue. Now I can't find my little stick. Okay, you see the little glue, and you're just gonna make sure that the stick adheres to it. You can like make sure when you glue the stick or your straw that you glue it up towards the middle of the heart up here, because you need this tail to adhere between the 2 panels, the supports and the main base. And you're gonna do it on that side, and then you're gonna put this down, and then you're gonna take your hot glue and you're gonna do it like this, right? And then the same as you did the other one, you're just gonna make sure that it adheres. Oh, let's make sure that we don't, you gotta make sure your hearts is up the same way. And we're gonna sit that to the side and dry. So the last armoire, I think I did 6 of these. I think 6 or 7, 6 I think. So I'm gonna cut these down like this, because you don't take the what's that? You don't take the plastic, the backing off until you're ready to use it. So this is how we're gonna do this. So we're gonna do this, like this, right? Like this. That's 5, and then this is gonna make 6. You can put as many supports you want. You can use bag toppers. You can make the armoire 4 inches wide, 5 inches wide. It all depends on what you're trying to put in it and stuff like that. But I also try to figure out how what I was gonna store in it, or how you're gonna store it. And you don't want it too big, and then you still gotta ship it. In my case, I gotta ship that one, so I just want to make sure that I'm able to ship it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what we're gonna do. Make sure your sticky tabs is all the same way. So we got them all the same way. So with that being said, I popped out the holes. This is all the same way, right? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take this heart, and it's gonna go like this, right? So once we got this together, right, we're gonna put this to the side, right? Let's clean up some of this right here. We're gonna put that to the side, and then we're gonna get our supports, right? This is our supports for the side of the box. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna use hot glue, because once you put this in here like this, right, you're gonna open that, and then I know I messed up, shucks, because I knew I wanted, what's this? I think this is 5 in there. I knew I wanted the bar to be 1 inch from the top. Yeah, I think I messed up. Yeah, I just need to cut 1 inch off of this. Make this the 5 3/4 instead of 6 3/4. But we're gonna get it together. I'll put everything in the description. But like I said, the base is done. You just decorate how you want it to decorate, and I'm just showing you how I did mine. You may not have the same thing, but I'm telling you, I made this before, and I'm still making mistakes a little bit. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your reinforcements in at the bottom, right, all the way to the bottom. So we're gonna open this, right? So let's put that in there for a second, right? And make sure you put it all the way to the bottom, all the way to the back. Yeah, you're gonna have like that little what's that right there? you're gonna have that little gap right here, but that's fine because when you mat it, you're not gonna see it. So you see how you have an inch right here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your little rod in here, right? Because once you put this reinforce in here and then put that reinforce in here, that's not gonna go nowhere. And then that's where you're sticking, and you basically gauge it where you wanna. I put it in the middle. So, and then you put the other support on this side, and then you make sure the tail of the heart, this part right here, is here, because it's actually going to sit on like this, and it's going to glue to, this is going to glue to the side like that. So I'm going to glue all of that, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how everything is. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So what I did off camera was put the reinforcements on the side. I put double-sided tape, but I still have double-sided tape here on the top, right? So I'm going to take this double-sided tape off. So I put double-sided tape on 3 sides, or on 4 sides, but I'm going to make sure. So you see how the heart is in between the main base and the support system, and you just adhere it. You just adhere it on top, and it's okay. It's not gonna go nowhere. And then you do the same thing on this side. Take the tape off the top, and this is the easiest way I found to do it, because I tried to do it like with glue and all of that, and it didn't work. So this one shifted a little bit. I just gotta stand it up and make sure that it's straight, and I gotta make sure it's straight. Make sure it's adhered. Over here, you just take your bone folder. I think mine fell on the floor. You're just gonna mash it like that, and that is how you make your armoire. And this is how this goes. So in the next video, I'm gonna show you how to, the last thing we gotta do before that's said and done. This is your platform. This is my mind is blank now. 4 by 6 3/4. So this is what it is, and then you're just gonna take this and you're gonna adhere it on the platform like that. And then your feet, which I got 4 raspberry beads, but you could do any beads, gumball machine beads, gumball. It's been a long night, but anyway, I'm not gonna adhere it right now because I definitely want to mat it and everything, and it mat the inside. So basically that is the armoire, guys. So I will be back in the next video, so I can definitely this little swiped a little bit. I don't know what's going on, but I'm definitely gonna be in the next, come back in the next video, and I'm gonna show you how to put the on and on in, and to decorate and call it a day. But basically this is the armoire. I gave you the measurements, and it doesn't, you don't have to necessarily do this circle piece at the top. You could just do the same measurements, and it won't have the circle piece at the top, so you don't have to run out and get the die. But when I seen it, I was like, yes, that's what I wanted to do. So I'm excited. So that is the armoire. The armoire is done. So now we just got to take it a little step further into decorate it. I'm so excited, and that is the base. So guys, with that being said, I love you for free, and there's nothing you can do about it. Until next time, bye.